Okay, so I'm here with Jamie at the moment. Hi, Jamie. I'm
Of
just going to ask you a few questions about your experience working with me, if that's okay. So
course,
to
yeah.
start off with, what made you decide to book in with me?
So I had a breakup and it was looking at my boundary setting and my relationship with myself and sort of feeling that I was at the end of my tether, I suppose. Yeah, gone down other avenues and just finding a way to break the cycle.
Okay. What was happening in your life at the time that you decided?
So I wasn't sleeping, wasn't eating that well, lack of confidence. I had another breakdown in relationships, so sort of third in a row, and then just trying to figure out myself, I guess. Give myself a break, shut down the chatter in my head,
Mhm.
and try and lead a more confident life. Feeling like I've given a lot in relationships with not a lot back
Mhm.
because I let people walk all over me and my boundaries and my values without knowing what they are.
Yeah, and how did it make you feel to be struggling with this?
Really, really low. I mean, yeah, like I said, I wasn't sleeping, wasn't eating. It chips away at you over a long, long, long period of time. And it makes you sick, really,
Mm.
makes you exhausted. And yeah, it gives you migraines. I mean, it was everything. It was
Mm.
hard.
Yeah. So had you tried anything to fix it in the past?
Medication, obviously counseling, fitness, everything. I'm also a personal trainer, so I've always led a semi-healthy life.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, I was falling down the route of drinking too much to sort of help me forget, help me get to sleep. um, and then just sort of perpetuating the cycle. So the next day it would feel terrible again, and the only way to fix it was to drink. So yeah, I tried pretty much everything.
Okay. And why do you think that all those things failed?
I think until you address the issues in your head or address exactly what it is and the stumbling blocks, and like we've spoken about, your subconscious is responsible for 90% of everything that you do.
Mm.
You're unaware of habitual routines that I do and thought patterns. So to try and even to break one or two of them, like we did in our first session, was the first time I've slept over 3 hours in a long, long, long time. Yeah, I'm still getting used to sleeping over 7 hours. So
It's weird at first, isn't it?
yeah, getting there, slowly but surely getting there.
Cool. So what were your thoughts about hypnosis before you came to see me? Did you have any experience of it?
No, none. I mean, I guess you think of the classics, I guess, the what you think it might be, that you'd be fall into a deep trance. Wasn't sure how it would work over Zoom. Um, yeah, that's sort of it. I thought, a big a clock dangling in front of your eyes is normally what you think of it. Um, and that I'd fall into a trance and then wake up and everything would be fine. So it was nice to feel involved but not involved, I guess, by
Mm.
having your subconscious address it. And obviously in that first session doing it, how overcome with emotion I was from sort of a feeling a wave of relaxation, but also like a dam had broken, I think
Mhm.
would be a good way to think of it.
Okay. So how would you describe the entire experience?
A little bit surreal, I guess. I think it's felt very comforting. I definitely feel in some ways that you have to have tried everything before, and
Mm.
that you have to let go completely
Mm.
of any preconceptions, any sort of blocks that you might have, because otherwise you're not going to get anywhere.
Mm.
But yeah, I've sort of felt like I've got that little bit further with every step, and like I said, after the first session, it felt like I was walking on air, and that I'd opened up again after a long
Mm.
time.
Okay. And how do you feel now after all the sessions are done?
Good, yes, good. Rested. I think I feel clearer, less foggy.
Mm.
Um, so yeah, it's been great.
Okay. So when you think about your life now, what are you most looking forward to?
think figuring out who I am. I think it's sort of concentrating on myself and giving myself full attention
Mhm.
instead of somebody else who can never fix what was already going on inside. I'm looking forward to being assertive, and I'm looking forward to concentrating on every aspect of my life
Mm.
without somebody else, without their agenda, without their saying what they think is best for me, and now just doing what I think is best for me.
Okay. So what would you say to people who are putting off fixing their problems and their frustrations in life?
I think just that you've got to open that door, I suppose. You've got to kind of face it, because every single day that you don't, it just gets worse. If you keep trying to mask the problem just gets bigger in my experience. So I think you've just got to do it. But I don't think, especially with the way the world is at the moment,
Mhm.
now is the time. Now is the time that you can concentrate on yourself. Because realistically, for a lot of people anyway, things aren't going to get much worse. So
Mhm.
now is the time, before we do open up again, work on yourself, fix your problems, so that when we do open up again, you're kind of just
Mm.
confident, assured, ready.
Okay. What's the most important thing for you in achieving success with this? What would you say was the one big takeaway from it?
Um, Sleep. No, it's a confidence thing, I guess. It's loving myself. Um, you talk a lot in your TikToks about boundaries, and it's now knowing what my boundaries and my values are,
Mhm.
and also knowing that not everyone is right. You don't have to work at a relationship so hard that you break yourself.
Mhm.
No, there's no problem letting go of someone.
Mm.
No, it's if it is harming you, and
Mm.
you do feel that gut instinct that something's just not quite right, there's nothing wrong with you. You know, you can walk away. Um, and I guess it's that there is nothing wrong with me,
Mm.
I think.
Brilliant. Well, thank you. It's been absolutely amazing working with you. It's been a real
Okay.
pleasure. So
Yeah,
thank you
thank
very
you.
much.